Okay, I've had some people ask me about significant figures. How many should we include in our answer? And I'm going to answer that right now with a little bit of a story. A friend of mine grew up in South Africa during the time that they were changing over from the British system to MKS metrics. And it turns out that every industrialized country in the world has switched over, except one, America. Anyway, as they were switching over, my friend Graham says that there was a report in the paper of a boat that sank off the shore of right there in his town. And the reporter went down to the dock and found an old fisherman and said, "Did you see the boat go down?" Fisherman said, "Yeah, I did." So how far out was it when it went down? 250 yards. That's how fishermen talk. And so the next day in the paper, the headline stated, "Fishing boat sinks 228.5888448 meters off the coast." Now I ask you, is that what the old fisherman meant? No. The old fisherman meant, what? It was further than a football field, further than 2 football fields, less than 3 football fields. That's what he meant. This answer suggests that the old fisherman knew which molecule of water the boat went down on. This is not more accurate, this is less accurate. This is a lie. That reporter thought, he went and put 250 into the calculator and hit convert, wanted to be as accurate as possible, so put all of those decimal places. It's a lie. Should have been 230 meters. Now, just for practice, with your clicker, keep it out, you're going to do this quite a few times. How many significant figures in the number 25,000? Really quick, shouldn't take long. Okay. The answer is 2. These zeros are just placeholders to give me the correct power of 10. Now, what if I put that decimal point there? How many significant figures are there now? Keep those clickers out. We're going to keep using them. Okay. The correct answer is 5. By putting that decimal point there when I didn't need to, I'm bragging. I'm saying I spent $5 million on that machine, and it can measure this to 5 significant figures. And it just so happened, coincidence, the last 3 were zeros. But those zeros are data. Now, what if I have this 0 off to the right? How many significant figures now? Okay? We're not sure. The answer is 6. By putting that 0 when I didn't have to put the 0, I'm again bragging. I'm saying I spent more money than that last guy. And I can measure this to 6 significant figures. And just by coincidence, the last 4 turned out to be zeros. But they're still data. Now, what about this case here? How many significant figures in that number? Okay. The correct answer is 4. Good. Now, these zeros here are just placeholders giving me the correct power of 10. This 0 that I didn't have to put to give me the correct power of 10, that's bragging. That's real data. And I can see that there's 4 significant figures when I write this in scientific notation, which would look like that. So in this one, everyone put C. We'll all get the right answer. Everyone put C. Okay, good job. We finally got one right. Whoa, no. Some outliers. Now, here's how I feel about significant figures. Many years ago, my friend and I were asked to go to Havre. Havre's not no place, but you can see no place from there. We went to Havre to do a Danforth review for a professor in the physics department. We went there, we listened to his lectures, we pored over all of his exams for the last 5 years and all of his homework assignments. And when we were done, we pulled him in and we just beat him about the head and shoulders. We were just upset. I mean, we said, "Guy, you've got the best job in the world. You get to teach physics." I mean, the people in the math department would give their eye teeth to do what you do. And yet, half of all the points on your exams are on, did they get the right number of significant figures? You're wasting your life and you're wasting your students' lives. And so we really railed on it. And that's how I feel. There is so much fun with physics we're going to learn that we don't have time to waste worrying about how many significant figures we got in our answer. Okay? Let the chemistry department do that. I mean, they're boring anyway.